Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're discussing episodes 1 through 3 of The Expanse. Now, episodes 1 through 3 are Exodus, Churn, and Mother, and each were released by Amazon on the same day. I'm actually glad they didn't release them all at once. It gives you something to look forward to each week, and with a show with such high rewatch value, there's plenty to take in and discover and discuss between episodes. So let's start with episode 1. Episode 1 begins with the discovery of asteroid fragments by the Hasami science vessel near Venus. They're thought to be an astronomical anomaly, but the audience understands them to be from an asteroid launched by Anaros some 173 days earlier. The scientists don't understand why they couldn't be seen, but again, we know it's because they're coded in stolen Martian stealth tech. Suddenly, the Hasami is boarded by none other than Anaros' son, Philippe. This is also Naomi's son, who she's been looking for, and his crew demanding the ship's data. The science team is then summarily executed to ensure that the discovery isn't shared with the inner planets, exposing their plan. During their departure, one of Philippe's own men becomes trapped, and he leaves him there to die, saying, "My father will be proud of what you've done." And the Hasami ship is then destroyed, made to look as if it was hit by one of these rogue rocks. This opening sequence just goes to show how far gone Philippe is. He's not simply supportive of his father's plans, he's a general in his terrorist army and a murderer of unarmed men and women. Scientists, no less, not military targets. We then return to the Rocinante. The ship is in repair at Tycho Station, which gives the crew an opportunity to go off on their own missions and adventures, and gives the audience a bit more time with their favorite characters, as well as more world building as we observe the culture and economic situation of the different locales over the course of the next few episodes. Naomi learns of her son's whereabouts and plans to go alone to meet him, this despite Holden's objections. When she finally does face her son, it isn't the reunion she was hoping for. She offers him a ship and money to go anywhere, and pleads with him in an effort to save him from his father's grasp, but he doesn't need her now. He says everything his father said about her was true. He then goes on to betray her and kidnap her. Amos returns to Earth following the recent death of a close friend, letting off some steam by crushing some would-be bullies along the way. I love that we get more of Amos's backstory, how much he's changed and why, and more of this contrast between his loyal and loving personality and his raw, unadulterated ruthlessness. Then we have Holden, who runs into the reporter Monica. She questions whether all the protomolecule samples were in fact destroyed. She believes the Belters have some and are conducting their own experiments. She's not entirely wrong. Holden then confronts the OPA leader Fred Johnson and tries to convince him to destroy the last sample of protomolecule, to no avail. Fred simply doesn't understand the danger of having this thing in existence. He thinks he can control it, and with that, the future of the belt. But Holden fears something perhaps much worse is on the horizon, that they may be awakening the race that destroyed the ring builders. Monica ends up getting kidnapped and locked in a cargo container. Holden and Fred rush to save her and devise a plan to ambush her captors. They're coming to realize that they've been infiltrated, and they assume that it's someone or some group after the protomolecule. Meanwhile, Alex is on his own mission to return to Mars and reconcile with his family. He meets up with Bobby, who informs him of her work with Avasarala, trying to discover by way of the black market just what the belt is up to. Evidence is needed if Avasarala, who has lost all political influence, will be able to convince the world of Anaros' plot. And what would that plot be? Well, in the final scene of the very first episode, we see Anaros staring menacingly at his weaponized asteroid on its way to Earth, and by the very end of episode 3, we witness the physical impact. The social and political impacts are yet to come. These episodes were a great setup for this season's conflict. It shows us how the stakes have been raised with the belt replacing Mars as the major threat to Earth. However, these tensions are familiar and reminiscent of where we were at the very beginning of the series. Humans at war with one another while an alien threat looms that they can't see or fully grasp. So, we do get the same incredible storytelling, but on a certain level, to many it may feel a bit repetitious. But hey, those are my thoughts so far about episodes 1 through 3 of season 5. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.